There are two ways Rambo 6 could go. Either a sequel, picking up after Rambo, Last Blood, where Rambo stumbles into a new conflict similar to First Blood, or a prequel diving into his time in Vietnam. So, let's break down what's next for Sylvester Stallone in the Rambo franchise. For those who don't know, Stallone himself has shown interest in a Rambo prequel before. He wanted to explore how Rambo went from an all-American golden boy to a battle-scarred warrior. That would be an intense and emotional journey, showing how war shaped the man we met in First Blood. Another possibility for Rambo 6 is reviving an earlier concept Stallone and First Blood author David Morrell had worked on for Rambo 5 before it was scrapped. That said, the most realistic direction for Rambo 6 might not involve Stallone at all. A franchise reboot seems more likely, especially since Stallone has made it pretty clear that he's done playing the character. But fans aren't ready to say goodbye just yet. The demand for more Rambo is still there, and Hollywood has a way of keeping action franchises alive even when the original star steps away. Just look at how many actors have played Jack Ryan over the years, each bringing their own spin to the role. If Stallone sticks to his decision, Rambo could follow a similar path, with a new actor taking over in a fresh version of the story. Recently, Stallone addressed Rambo 6 at the Toronto International Film Festival, and his response was blunt: he's not coming back. In an interview shared via JoeBlow.com's Facebook page, he made it clear that he feels Rambo's story is over, and in classic Stallone fashion, he even joked about it, saying, "Rambo, I could leave him, he's done pretty much. Even though they want to do another one, but what am I fighting arthritis at 77? He seems to feel like it's time to move on. As of now, Rambo 6 isn't officially in development, and there are no concrete plans for a sequel to Rambo, Last Blood. With Stallone stepping away, the only way forward for the franchise might be a reboot or remake with a new lead. Unless, of course, he has a change of heart. And let's be real, it wouldn't be the first time an actor swore they were done with a role only to come back later. The biggest question surrounding Rambo 6 is who could take over the role if Stallone is truly out. There haven't been any serious casting discussions yet, but there's no shortage of action stars who could potentially step in. It would be a different take on the character, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just look at how James Bond has evolved with different actors over the years. If Rambo 6 does happen, we could see someone like John Cena, Alan Ritchson, or even a wild card pick like Henry Cavill taking up the mantle. On the other hand, a Bollywood remake of Rambo has been in development for years. But is the movie still happening, and will Sylvester Stallone appear? Despite his success with the Rocky movies, Stallone had trouble landing a hit outside of that series. That finally arrived in the form of 1982's First Blood, which cast him as John Rambo, a troubled Vietnam vet who launches a war on a small town. First Blood established Stallone's action hero persona, and he followed the movie with more bombastic sequels that turned Rambo into a poster child for 80s action cinema. Stallone later felt that Rambo II, which was almost a buddy movie with John Travolta, and Rambo III glorified war, so he wanted to make a darker movie with 2008's Rambo. In addition to featuring the highest body count of the series, it was also unrelentingly violent. The same can be said of 2019's Rambo, Last Blood, which was built as the final entry and saw Rambo take on a vicious cartel. While the star has pitched a story for Rambo 6, it appears Last Blood will be Stallone's last time playing the role. That doesn't mean Rambo's time on the big screen is over, however. An Indian remake of First Blood has been in development for some time, though it is yet to reach screens. Is this Rambo remake still happening, and will Stallone make any kind of appearance? Reports of a Bollywood remake of the Rambo movie series have been circling for a few years before TAHR confirmed the project was moving ahead in 2017. The movie cast B-star Tiger Shroff as the title character, while Siddharth Anand was confirmed as director. The story would have reimagined Rambo as a member of the Indian Armed Forces who returns from war only to encounter another conflict in his homeland. However, Shroff became busy with another project, which caused filming on Rambo to be pushed back. Shortly after the Indian reboot of Rambo was confirmed, Stallone posted on social media that he wished those involved good luck. He later reached out to Shroff personally too. While he's given the project his blessing, He later made it clear that he wouldn't be actually involved with a Rambo reboot under any circumstances. This makes a Rambo remake cameo for Stallone as a new character very unlikely. Though, since he made those comments in 2017, maybe he'd feel differently if approached now. In a later interview with Mumbai Mirror, Rambo director Anand announced a planned October 2020 release date for the remake. He also spoke further on the movie's development, stating, "India doesn't have that history, so obviously there had to be a major adaptation in the sense of character, story, and setting. That's why the project has taken 2 years." Delays hit the movie again, and Anand stepped out as director in 2020, with Rohit Dhowan replacing him. Pinkvilla reported in late 2021 that after Shroff completes work on projects like Hero Panty 2 and Ganapath, he was expected to move straight onto the Rambo remake. Not to be confused with Tarantino's proposed remake, which has been a passion project for the star. However, there's still no confirmation the film is actually happening, and given the multiple delays it's faced, it could get pushed back once again if Shroff's schedule doesn't allow it. After the disappointing reception of Aoram and Armor, it's clear that Sylvester Stallone needs to make a strong comeback. And what better way than returning to one of his most iconic roles? While his recent ventures have struggled to gain traction, Stallone's action legacy remains intact. A Rambo 6 could be just the revitalization he needs. Stallone has always thrived when leading a franchise, and Rambo is one of his most beloved characters. Despite his initial hesitation, the demand for another installment is undeniable. Audiences still crave classic action heroes, and with the right story and execution, Rambo 6 could be the perfect send-off for the character, one that corrects the missteps of Last Blood. The key to making Rambo 6 a success lies in its approach. Instead of another straightforward revenge tale, the film could delve deeper into John Rambo's legacy, his struggles with war and redemption, and his search for peace. Incorporating elements from David Morrell's original vision, or even Stallone's Hunter concept, could provide a fresh and exciting twist while staying true to the franchise's roots. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.